Hey guys, welcome to the Psy Tai Livestream with your host Ty. Yes, we back. We're gonna be back every day, well, as much as we can doing this live stream thing. So welcome aboard, welcome aboard. I got the magic eye picture behind me, and nothing else really. Let's try to get these angles right. Let's get these angles right. Make sure everything cool. But hey guys, it is so awesome to be able to be doing this again. It's kind of like Oprah. But yeah, it's very awesome to be able to come back and talk about psychedelics. And before I start any of this, the Psy Tai live stream does not promote the use of psychedelic drugs. What we're going to do on this channel is go over scientific research and also research that other people have did, and we're just going to tie on it, talk about it. And I'm not promoting it. I'm not telling you go do these things. In the moment, that's the warnings. YouTube, you heard it. This is for educational purposes. But yeah, I got the tea. Got some tea. But to start off with the conversation, Denver. Shout outs to Denver. It's on the ballot now, so that by next year, I believe 2020, I was going to say 2020, they're actually going to vote to put psilocybin-containing mushrooms on the voting thing so that we could, well, not me, but if you live in Denver, you can vote to make it legal. I don't know. I gotta look up the details to see if it's like for, I doubt it's recreational, but most likely for therapeutic use, like with a psychotherapist or something like that. But if it's recreational, that's a whole nother story. But there's some awesome people that started some groups a while ago. If y'all check out the previous Psy Tai, I was shouting them out, their names. I'm not real particular with them right now, but they just started grassroots, just normal niggas, normal people, just got together and got the signatures. They got enough signatures together, and now it's on the ballot. So I believe this is going to be so awesome because Denver is just leading the way in a lot of things with the cannabis. Well, Cali, let's give it up to Cali where I'm at for the cannabis industry. But for recreational use, Denver, I believe, was one of the first. And you see how everybody else likes to copy off of what other states do. Like they like to say, all right, let's see what this one state doing. Because even though we're the United States, we're not so, we still like, all right, that worked for y'all. I don't know about that working over for my people over here. So the states, how they work, they like to see how things work out. And then when they see how the money start flowing, that's when they're going to be like, oh, woo. It's really going to spread out. But really the spirit that I want to push out is the spirit that's going to be actually healing people and changing people's lives in very, very unexpected ways. That's the thing I'm after. The unexpected way. Because a lot of people think that it's going to take 10, 15 years of paying a therapist every day, or this is just a problem that you have to live with. This is who I am. I was born this way. Like to a truth that is fact, but that fact can change dramatically, and that is going to happen. I believe we're all going to witness it, and just a lot of things, and that's just in general. It's just cool because it's in the eyes of people, the stigmatism now is going to be a little lessened. It's still going to be like marijuana, because you see how legal marijuana is, and it's still people that's like in their 50s and 60s and stuff, like saying, oh, well, y'all still wasting your lives away, and it's taking away your structure. You guys that smoke that marijuana have no structure in your lives. You're all just going around willy-nilly, thinking the world owes you. But no, the world doesn't owe us. That is a trap that a lot of marijuana smokers get trapped in. But that's why I like to just tie and have these talks so that we can all build up while we all exploring these realms. Because marijuana is a psychedelic. We said it plenty of times on this channel. Marijuana is a psychedelic. We just take it in such low doses that it's like you get comfortable with it. You're working with it. But us as in this society, we don't have the inner I don't know. We just don't have the person. We haven't had. I'll just keep using the word tools. We haven't had the right tools to know how to work with the. We don't know how to be friends with Mary J. We just let her. When people get addicted to Mary J, they just let her take over, and then they don't have that much passion. They Mars is just like it's real lessened and things like that. And but it can all it can all change. It can all change, and it's all about being aware how aware you are, man. How's the day? How's the day? Oh, how's the day? Well, man, it's awesome. Got the sun out. I think I'm trying to get a little sun. I was able to take a. My neighbor invited me to take a dab this morning, so I was lit as soon as like 15 minutes of me waking up. I heard a knock on the door. Trying to take a dab. I was like, yeah. Just let me brush my teeth real fast. But it was all good. So far, so good. I went to sleep last night on a little, I don't know. I take little pieces of shroom stick so often now that that's what I mean by developing tools to work with like marijuana as well. Just to learn how to work and stuff. Might not be MJ taking passion, but the system that puts bonds on everything. I'm sorry. Let's clear that up. It's not the MJ. It's not Mary that's taking over and making you do things. But when you have something that's able to put you in a state, and then you're born into a system that has all these woes put on you and all this bullshit stuff that you don't even want to deal with anyway, and that even when you all fully self and know what's going on and stuff that you never even had to deal with, but we on a certain level, they just pushing things in your face. You just smoke, and well, me, I would just smoke and be like, it's all good, or I don't know. Well, no, I can't think about it does a lot of things. It's to each his own. But it is the system that does a lot of things, and it pushes us to like really not be aware of what's going on. That's why I'm glad that shrooms and these head drugs that's not crack. Because I'm sorry, I was listening to somebody that I listen to a lot, and when it comes to astrology, but when somebody asked him a question on psychedelics, and he just mentioned that all he could think about was brain dead and brain damage. And he was like saying, yeah, when you smoke, you probably get hot lungs and stuff like that. So it's messing up your lungs. He was saying mess with your head and function and stuff like that. And I was like, no, don't say that. Please don't say that. But the misinformation, even amongst the community, is still misinformed. Like people that really hyped up on things, because it's a lot of people that's we're all naturally in tune with things, but some people just have different pathways that kept them connected to their essence. So they always had that weird vibe around them, but not just weird vibe. They always pushed that weird vibe out. Like I had a weird vibe around me, but I kept it to myself. And then, but when it's like pushed out and worked with, like, yeah, I am this, I am this weird guy. I do look up the stars. I do this. I believe it sticks with you. So you're able to get concepts and downloads from the universe just through the natural and the humbug. Y'all, the monks, the monks, they got those downloads as well. So it's out there. But it's just that this is a whole nother realm of reality I see now when I'm talking about psychedelics. Because it's a niche community. It is millions of people, but it's billions of people on the earth. It's like millions of people that done psychedelics, but it's billions of people on earth. And so the percentage of people that actually have these conversations enough to know that when you take mushrooms, it's actually safer than smoking marijuana is like, wow. I have to keep doing these shows even if I have to say the same thing every day. Like, I don't care. It just has to be that way. It's wild. But on a flip note, look at the shoes I made. And the thing about it is these are True Religion shoes. And I'm paint so True Religion, yeah. But what's true really? So I don't know if it's flipped over. Painted Just Tile on the back of them. I can't tell if it's like mirrored or whatever. And then it got mushrooms painted on the side. There it goes. Right there with like some Zelda wind going on. It's the same thing on the other one. So I was testing out. Oh, I did do something right there. I forgot. Oh, just an experiment. I've been going for a while, so I've been just being creative. I was supposed to be drawing this whole time. I actually forgot about that. Got some blank paper here. See what comes out at the end of this. Belief system is how people make themselves, but have been given bad and corrupt beliefs. Yeah, we can go on that. Bad and corrupted beliefs. Because of my experience, I always wanted to be, for some reason, because I didn't have a dad growing up. Seal marker. Nice, you seal makers. Can you rewrite that? My belief systems how people make themselves, but have not given bad and corrupt beliefs. But yeah, when it comes to giving corrupt belief systems, I didn't have a dad growing up, and I always didn't really see it. Well, he was there for like in and out. He just kept coming. He was an in and out dad. Oh, the shoes. You see it? Oh, I see what you're talking about. I actually did it with paint. I did it with acrylic paint. I should get some cool markers to do it. Probably a lot more simpler, and I'll be more into taking a risk. But yeah, I do some acrylic paint, and I mixed it with a medium so that it can, I know some textile medium so that it can be used on fabrics and stuff like that. Where's that at? Actually, right here. Oh, well, it's all grayed out, but I use this right here. Wait. Come on, camera. You can do it. Well, it's all painted out anyway. Just paint. But yeah, as I was saying, my dad and stuff like that, he wasn't there, so I didn't really see it as like a bad thing. I wasn't one of those people that said, "Oh man, I hate my dad, man. He wasn't there for me. He didn't teach me. He was there for my mom. He wasn't blah blah." Well, not blah blah blah. Those are all serious things, but I didn't really take it to heart like that. I didn't really take it to heart, but unknowingly, I didn't have a father figure in my life. So I looked outbounds for father figures. So when that happens, things like the church get involved, and then men in the church get involved, and then their belief systems get put on you. And then even if you're not, and then it's different systems of belief, not just church, the mosque, the a Buddhist temple, or anything that just gets you wrapped up in one shape or form when you really many shapes and forms. And also on a level TV, because when I was getting into relationships, I always wanted to be like the guy that was on TV. Like I wanted to be the Martin. I wanted to be the Peter Griffin. I wanted to be the Homer Simpson. And you know how stupid and unwitty they are. So it's like I had the smarts, but I would knowingly be like, oh, this is how I want to relate to the people, because this is how I want to relate to the spouse, because it's funny. Like it's funny on the TV, but let alone knowing that I was developing bad habits and just playing it off like, oh, don't take it too harsh. Oh, I'm just joking, or oh, blah, 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 blah. When at heart I was. But still, if your heart stuff get all, I don't know, it gets murky. It gets murky. People will complain either way. I'm same as you, but never got in church, but learned them in other faiths. Yeah, people are still going to complain. But I think complaining too is a tool. Like complaining is a tool, but like I said, it just got to be used in the right context. Like we so messed up that we killing ourselves. Like we be thinking we fighting this enemy, like, but they got us so mixed up that we really just clashing ourselves. Like that when you slice through the air, it pierces through fourth dimensionally, and it's really come right behind you. You just slicing your own neck. That would be a cool animation. And then you just see the sword. Like, no, I didn't mean to do that. But I started seeing the how TV dads are cool and things like that. But when you look at the dads on sitcoms and things, they always I don't know, they always like choose the sports, or they just say certain things that just now when I look back at it, it's like that was so unnecessary. With father or without, you can grow into a man like a tree forest, or none, you can be the tree to start it. Ooh, yep. Because now, if I was to I was just talking to my mom, and she was saying, "Do you want your dad's number?" And I was like, I said, "Sure. I don't got no hate against him, no malice." And she's like, "All right." He said he probably gonna ask you for help, because I don't think he barely got a. He back in Philly on the East Coast, but I don't think he got a play like a solid house right now. So like, and then look what I'm doing. I got a house, got a daughter, got a spouse, like. And I'm happy doing the Just Todd things, man. Just think about it, man. Just think about it. You're absolutely right. And it did take a lot of work and a lot of confidence, a lot of self-confidence, but also really pushing to not move like the people around you. Like really move differently. Move differently than the people around you. And I was from the city, so it was you would think it's many different types of things going on, but it's really still like similar vibes on how people treat people, especially in relationships, and what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Like culture is real. Yeah, making your forest respect. Uh-huh. like like it said, when you're looking at a tree, sometimes that's not just a tree, that's a whole family living in that tall tree. The elves. There's this show called Holly and Molly. It comes on Nick Jr. But it's these elves that live in the tree, and then it's the fairies that live in the I think it's a mushroom or something like that. But yo, it's this show called True. Oh no, what is it called? I think it's called True Magical Stories. Comes on Netflix. It's a kids show, but it's a kids show, it's a kids show that teaches people how to, that show's legit. It's a show that teaches kids how to go into their deeper realms of thinking and really sit and breathe on a situation. And the thing has mushrooms all throughout the show. To the point that when the problem is starting to escalate and it's to the conflict and stuff, like towards the middle of the story, they go to this guy that's always chill and monk-like, but he's still always cool and laughing. Watch Heidi, I think it's called, with kid, Heidi. I gotta look it up. I think it's familiar. If I see the picture, I know exactly what you mean. But this True Magical Story, the cartoon is literally when they have a problem they need to solve. They go to this guy that's like a monk, but he's still cool. And he says, "All right, let's sit upon these toadstools and think about this." And then they all literally get on top of 3 mushrooms. They cross their legs, and then they think. And then they get the answer to their problem. Just Todd, man. They really do that on the show. And they got a wishing tree, and she make 3 wishes. But they did not hide the mushroom. They did not hide the mushroom in that show at all. Rudy, are you really trying to get in? Come here. Come here, Rudy. But, yeah. Hold on. They put it in Acacia is a wishing tree. Oh, I think, yeah. And Acacia Confucia is DMT. So we all know that. It's all interconnected. I just think these are people just like us, or that have this creative drive as well, that just was like, how am I going to get this message out? Like, how I need a way that I can tell the people without really telling the people. And the way that they get it is telling the kids, you reach the kids, that's the next generation. A lot of people, they sometimes they lose a lot of faith in the generation at their end most of the time, and especially the above, which is not good or bad, because let's stay away from the good or bad terms, but they don't really have that much faith in like their generation or the one above them, but they like, we can get the kids, so they like, I can get this message out, and I can make this movie and also provide a living for myself at the same time. So they get into animation work and things like that. I think that's how Disney was started and everything. Most certainly Disney. Pixar, look at the subject matters like bugs talking and the life of ants and birds, penguins, like just living in their life, but having it funny and putting our little personality spin on it. Because, you know, whenever we view something, we're viewing it through our lens as well. So what I'm trying to say is that, I don't know, it's through our human filters. So we personify things. That's what the word is. We personify things a lot. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna be here for you come here in a second.
You stay here?
Yeah, I'll be coming to get you.
Yeah, it will be a long time.
Just a moment.
I want to be here.
I'll get you. Well, yeah, and I was having that thought that as well when I don't know, I think the way that life plays out is just certain things that just when you in that moment, it's just it's always for something. It's always for somebody. I'm trying to put it together. Like the kids, like you kids are always surrounded by things that fully represent their imagination. And it just seems like that's just the way it's always been. Even though I think we can, then I'm tying on this, I can put the energy into the universe to actually change that concept. But I think we have that a little bit in our age group, or my age group, when it comes to Marvel. Like that represents our reflection, imagination. But then when we look around other places, like some people have 9 to 5s and just a lot of destruction or just attitudes and things that don't really represent what they really seeing on the inside. But when it comes to kids, it just seems like they're able to manifest everything in their imagination. So they're probably using that animator to create the cartoon for them at that moment. Like I'm getting real loopy right now, but that's how I really think. That's how, I don't know, like right now I like to just talk because sometimes I'm like, I want to say things. With animation, you can go beyond the norm of the day. Say UL Adams. Yeah, you can. I was thinking about the first animation, like Toy Story. That's like one of the first fully digitally animated cartoons. Like it was fully made on a computer. And y'all see how far Toy Story got in the concepts that they was trying to, that they were showing us. My daughter actually had a dream, and she didn't watch Toy Story that much. Had a dream last week saying that because she plays with her baby Alobs a lot, and she was saying that the toys have breaking paradigms all day, and she was saying that the toys were alive. Her baby Alobs were alive. And she talks for them all the time, and she don't even use the buttons and the batteries. We could just got her all cheap ones, but that's another story. She was saying in her dream that they were talking for themselves and walking around and things like that. It was wild. I was like, oh, that's cool. That was very cool. And then another thing she was saying, another one was kind of scary though, was she woke up in the middle of the night saying she didn't want no new toys for a while because the toys of her dreams were scary. So she just wanted to keep the toys that she have now. So I'm like, is her little conscious self thinking that she is getting a little too much toys, and that she does need to chill a bit, and it came out in her dreams. Yeah, she put the life in her. And if y'all look at if y'all look at these videos on YouTube, People are getting millions of views playing with adults, not even just kids, but kids as well, playing with toys, playing with the troll dolls, the Elsie and Anya. Y'all, if y'all parents, y'all know exactly why I switched it from Elsa and Anna. And they really talk for the toys. They come up with scenarios and they get millions of views in 2 days. That's why it was so big. Get millions of views. And it seems so simple how she go with, because I know she's improvising it. The whole so-called improvising it. But I mean, I think she's getting inspirited. And she's working through them. Like, she has her childlike mind still intact. So she's able to just work it out. And people can feel that so much that she gets millions of views on every video. Every video. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. You all said, or other spirits do to teach her. Yeah. She is very, 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 very wise for her age. My mom always try to say, it's because she hanging around you, your old self. But I'm like, yeah, that too. But I think I'd keep her in line because it's up to me to not mess her up. Like, I believe she already there. She already got, I could show her some tools and things like that. But it's just up to me to just nurture her and not to mess her up, because as she's being taught, she is wise, she's kind. She's a Leo. She's a Leo, so she is the star. She is the star. But I think she has a Cancer moon, so she's real caring and real into family and helping other people and making sure the group and everybody is all right. So she has an awesome balance going on. Awesome balance. And she's 4, but you swear she was a little preteen already, preteen. And not just with how people would think with Heidi. I think I know Heidi. Does she have like a swoop back hat? It's like a purple hat she wears to the side so a little bit of hair come out like that. Because if it is, I know, and it has wolves in it. It look kind of like a Adventure Time-ish. No, probably not Adventure Time. Some show. Yeah, I watch every show. Right now she's watching a show called Go Away Unicorn. And it's weird because the unicorn is actually like real inspirited. It's a real inspirited animal, especially on the show, and it's real uppity and giggity and like I just see how people always play with balance in shows. Like, it's always one person that's extra giggly and the other one is just moody. And that's us all the time. It's always somebody that's like, well, why are you always so happy all the time? And this other one saying, so it's always a balance. But yeah. Yeah, they are on. They are on. Alright, YouTube. Welcome to Live Chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by. Get off my chat, YouTube. I know I want to learn more. But Mary and the Witch's Flower. No, I didn't hear that one yet, bro. I didn't hear that. I gotta look that one up. But what's something else? Something else that I've been doing? I've been real into Kingdom Hearts. This is 2, 1 and 2. I have not played 3 because Princess Mononoke. Yeah, I know about Princess Mononoke. I'm gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts in a bit. I've been about Princess Mononoke and also the show She-Ra and the Princess of Power. It's a lot of shows nowadays that's talking about strong women. Strong women. And if you look in the past, a lot of shows were about strong men. Like She-Ra, even though it was a She-Ra cartoon in the past, in the 80s, but back then most people knew about He-Man. Like, She-Ra came out because He-Man was out. And you got all these like male forward figures. And nowadays, Yeah, and nowadays you see it now it's more of a fem vibe going on, a fem vibe pushing like really pushing like powerful, like saying trying to not trying presenting itself in a shape or form of not just recessiveness but of creative push. Yeah, it was male only back then. You see this in the church and everything. As I was just made the symbol, but I was thinking about Dan Brown and Dan Brown books when he was talking about how they was hiding the Mary Magdalene figure in Christianity. But if you look at different artists and things like that from the Renaissance and from that time, if you look at they had like M's or stuff like that that secretly meant that they represented Mary or something. I mean, that they knew about Mary and the femme spirit and things like that. No, of course I like both. Yeah, of course both is cool, but this film wasn't represented properly. Wasn't being represented properly in the past, and that's represented in our culture and everything. That's why the creative push wasn't as big as it could been, and a lot of the wars, unnecessary wars. Like I know wars are always going to happen because I war with myself. So as long as I'm warring with myself, sometimes war is going to happen outside of me. It's inevitable, and that's what I'm here on Earth for right now is to work things out. So it's in front of my face, things are going to be being worked out. But not even just for girls to see archetypes, to see more girl archetypes, but also for males. Like I grew up always being on both sides of the field when it came to what I watched on TV. Like I was watching the Lindsay Lohan show, and I was watching Power Rangers. Or I was just watching Power Rangers yesterday, so I'm trying to think of another example. But I was watching Kim Possible and things like that. You see, they come out with a new Kim Possible movie, so I was always into like feeling that, seeing that. So since I was seeing that, that's what I was feeling because it was being represented in front of me. A strong woman character, and also having a single mother growing up, like a strong single mom, showed me that as well. But what it did was allow me to to be more connected with my feelings and know that my emotions have power. They don't just have to be something that's received and dominated, but yeah, in the Alien movies, it all started with the strong feminine femme lead, even all the way up to Prometheus. That movie was awesome. Even though when the thing was falling, they could have just ran to the side. They had to just keep on running underneath. But Metroid Prime is a girl. I didn't even know that growing up until I played Smash Bros. I was like, I was out of the loop. But yeah, it showed that for me, it shows that the emotion has a kick to it. The emotion has a power to it that you could bring out and actually change the world with. And not just receive, like, I don't know if I already said this, but not just receive emotion and be dominated by other egos and other people that just need you to take care of them and things like that. And just want you to be like that. But yeah, and me, how it's wild how I can even talk about this because I just found out. Yeah, you see, there's female force waking you up. Yep, for real. And with it's cool how it comes to me because I have a what is that? I have my north node is in Capricorn and my south node is in Cancer. So was that? Yeah, it was something that like just stuck out to me. I was like, what the fuck? But I think it was that north node in Capricorn. I have a south node, so my south node is in Cancer. So what that meant is that I have a caring thing, and I'll get it together. I'll bring it out in a bit. But I think it meant something like I have a caring thing in me. I know how to instinctive. Like I came to this life already knowing how to care, because that's what your south node is where you come from. So it's Cancer. So I already came into here knowing how to care for family and be connected and do stuff for the family, like a family man, a family woman. That's what it was really saying. Family woman. I was like the mother type personality. But then Capricorn is like a it's here on Earth. That sturdiness is ran by Saturn, so it's like it can get grumpy sometimes, or also because it's like I gotta do this. I know that. And I know that I have to start from little and keep it up, keep that hustle up every day, and it's going to grow into a tree. Like you said, you was going to grow into a tree, and I know it's going to take time, patience, and a lot of water, and some company, some other trees around me to keep me company and things like that. But what it was bringing out was that I can use my emotional power to. That's a wax pencil. I have one was selling for China. Yeah, this pencil is real cool. Let's try to focus on it. This front camera even have a focus? I don't know. But yeah, this pencil is real cool. It flows right on the thing. Like not that much effort has to be put on it. But what was I saying? Let me finish that. Okay. So I was listening to another astrologer bring this up. That's why I'm trying to recall his voice, but I know it for myself because this is how I always felt. Was that since I have a South Node in Cancer and a North Node in Capricorn, I'm able to use my emotions as a drive to create. I'm able to use my emotional center to actually create things on Earth. And when I looked it up, I was like, wow, that's literally what I have for North Node Capricorn. It's that Earth solid thing. And, and also Cancer, like Karen. And that's where I come from, and that's what I am doing now. So I know. And learning how to use all of my emotions to create. So if I'm feeling down, create. If I'm feeling up, create. If I'm feeling moody, create. Anything, don't matter. Just use that to create. And I'm gonna be doing that more. So if y'all see some things where I'm a little riled up, I was just a little riled up that day. I'm not offending nobody. What's another Netflix? Hey, you seek to bind things, not unbind them, like mixing stuff. Yeah. It was something that just came to my head. Killer Mike's show on Netflix. Killer Mike's show on Netflix is pretty fucking awesome. Pretty awesome. And I can tell when somebody, it's this sense that I have, and I talked about it, I heard other people talk about it, that when you've done a psychedelic and you had a transformation, you can tell when people had a transformation through a psychedelic. And sometimes it can get a little confusing because somebody just had one of the best upbringings ever, or they just keep it secret. LOL happy, but it's not for kids. No, it's not for kids. Killer Mike is cool. Killer Mike is not a kid's show. Even though he was saying on the radio show, because I watched his 4 radio shows, interviews, he was saying he was showing it to teenagers and things like that. Teenagers and smoking adults. If you don't know, Killer Mike is a cool show. No. I'm saying you have a sense that you could tell when somebody else has went on mushrooms. And I always knew Killer Mike. He's part of this band. What the fuck am I talking about? He's part of this rap group called Run the Jewels. And I was like, yo, this guy's on to something. But he made a show where he calls out a lot of things in society. Oh, the show Happy is about a unicorn and an old cop. Nope, I never heard of Happy. I never heard of that. But the show Triggered, that's what it's called, Triggered by Killer Mike. He was he went around to different people and was really challenging people's thoughts, but it was really from like a third way angle that somebody that's been in another realm of psychedelic before knows about, or would be capable of conjuring without fitting into a mold or catchphrase, so to say. So one of the episodes, he was talking about white Jesus, and he was talking about how in the black community, how white Jesus is has been pushed on people, has been pushed on the community ever since slavery, even though it was used. Yeah, coming at them, well, yeah, coming from the hook, like they didn't expect that. I was like, that's something that I would say. That's why that show is so resonating with me. But his bold personality was just like that rapper voice. It was just like, yo, they didn't expect none of that. But one of the things he's talking about white Jesus and how they was pushed on, how he was pushed on people during slavery times to even make them slaves and be comfortable being slaves and make the slave masters comfortable being slave masters and being this thing, this figure that's in the black community doesn't look like anything that they look like. So it looks like something that's divinity seems like it's something that's unattainable for somebody like themselves. Is the what I was getting out of it, and what I always got out of it is that it seems though something unattainable for yourselves because you're looking up to a white man with long hair, which is still very Iranian because he was in there, whatever. Who cares? But he was talking about in that community how people give up their power and things like that, and it gets deep. It goes real deep because I'm trying to remember his points and not bring up my points right now. That's why I started drawing again. But I got y'all. Because he talked to a mega church pastor. He tried to start his own, seeing the master as divine. He was seeing, he went to a mega church and tried to convince a pastor to start this new religion with him. Because he had this God that always looks relaxed. Like, His name was Sleepy. And he was like saying the people going to write their own rules and things like that of the Bible, and all it is about talking. And it took place in a strip club too. Like he just was throwing a hook at the hook at the hook. But the people that actually showed up, they actually was crying and letting a lot of emotions out. It was wild. But y'all know how it comes. Y'all know how it is when it comes to seeing the inner divinity, because you're the divinity when you look in the mirror. But we ain't gonna go too deep on that right now. Probably. I don't know. But that's how it is. Oh, this tea is nice. But another episode, I'll get back to that one. Another episode what was it? Damn. He formed a super group of people from many different personalities. He had a leader of a Black Lives Matter group. He had a white nationalist. He had he had a homosexual guy. He had a hood. No. He called him a Satan worshiper, but he just reminded me of like a gigolo rapper that like they paint their face white and stuff like that. And he had them all make a song together. They had them all make a song together and get their stuff together. And I'm gonna get right back to that. I'm gonna get right back to what you said. He made them all make a song together, but he wanted them to stick to their own personalities throughout. He didn't want them to compromise with the other person's belief systems at all. He wanted them to talk about what they believe in the whole song. For their verse. And it was just funny because they were clashing. They was definitely clashing. Especially when the white guy said that he was a white nigger at the end of the song. And then they performed it live in front of people. It was so funny, man. I can't. Y'all just gotta go see it. Y'all gotta watch it. That's what Yoel said. That's what they want to hide, the divine in you and everything. Yes, that is one of the biggest secrets. That's one of the biggest secrets, man. And that's what let's dissipate that fear right now, because in whatever happens in life, I know I'm going to be grounded in a way that I'm going to be able to provide for my family and provide for myself so that we're not starving. But I'll be thinking about the things that I actually bring up on the channel and things like that. And I'm like, man, because I mentioned that, is somebody on some list that's like, well, he's not going to get up to here saying that kind of truth. Well, saying that truth, you can't say that truth. And they're like when you really talk, the people that really talk the truth, they're not really out there on the big stage. So I accept that. It's like I really do accept that, and it's wild. I say that a lot, don't I? It's wild, but yeah, it's wild. That's how it is. Yeah, I came to terms to accept that, because if I was to like hide things, I can see very clear and simple how I can say, oh well, this and that, and like never really get to the. Even though I'm still not getting to the nitty gritty. Check out Two Sides of a Coin, where I was talking about how all truths are but half truths once they're actually spoken out loud. So everything I say is a lie and a truth. But and I acknowledge that as a human being. But when you really get to talk the nitty gritty stuff, is like, what are you talking about? But it's 2019, and this is what we're talking about. This is the conversation. If it's not the conversation, this is our conversation. This is the Tai'ers conversations. This is the true life stories conversation. This Psych Substance, Your Mate Tom, the Code of Earth. Like, I watch all them guys for a long time. So the conversation is going to be had. Where, if it's going to be staying on YouTube, who knows? But I'm glad I got this tablet back, and I'm gonna work on fixing my computer and stuff up so I can design a website of my own. Yeah, truth translated for that situation is what Yoel Adams said. A truth translated for that situation. Like the truth in the moment. What is the truth of the moment? And you see that when you're in relationships too. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you'll start realizing or having to accept more of the truth of the moment. Or else you'll always be holding on to things thinking that it's the true truth. And the other person gonna be like, but that's not the way I am. And they can be like, well, that's what you did. Yeah, it was true then. That was the truth of the moment. It was true. It has to be fully acknowledged and then move on. Then continue from there. Build up from there. Not just move on like, forget about it. No. True translate, I don't know what I was saying before that. But let me come down. Well, let me come down a bit. All right. But thanks you all for staying in the chat room this long. Staying in the chat. This is all gonna be out. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Keep me on track. The website. The website. I'm definitely gonna make a website, and I'm gonna ask for anybody's help that has some, like, if you have professional experience or just experience period, or just some ideas that should be in the website. Just toss them my way. Check out the email and things like that so you can email me, because I want this all to be a collaborative thing, not just me. But I'm definitely going to come up with a site so that I can re-upload all the videos. Like, I'm learning from Psych Substance early. Re-upload all my videos to my site. To our site. The Just Tai site. Just Tai Now site. So that it will always be there. Because YouTube, you get 3 strikes. Like, somebody can say, oh, you was talking about drugs or in a non-educational way, like you're pushing it on people. Strike my video, get 3 strikes, and then all the videos will be just vanished, vamoosed, and I wouldn't even be able to get them back. So I'm lucky. I got them backed up on a hard drive. I've been saving audio versions too, so that I can get us up on Spotify, Apple Music, and all of that. I was all onto that before the tablet broke and my computer, like all my technology, literally shut down on me, all like all at the same moment. It seems to me, in my room, in reality, it was all in the same moment. It just, and then I just was living back in the woods, and but that's all. It's all lessons. It's all lessons. But the website is going to be being built. It's going to have everything re-uploaded to there because 3 strikes and everything just taken away and all of that. Yeah, I got an external drive as well. I'm looking for that so I can back up my computer. I don't know what happened to it. I'm looking for like a week, but I'm gonna get all that backed up. But we're gonna be able, just gonna keep pushing. There's no fear. I'm just letting y'all just staying open, being a clean slate, so we can all deal with. So we can all push the energy to the direction that we wanted. We wanted it to go in. Wanted it to go in. What was that? But what was happening? Yeah, the website is gonna be awesome. I'm also gonna be designing my own shirts. I can't show you because on the tablet. I have a prototype design already for shirts. 'Cause I want to like make them interesting shirts. I'm just gonna have a shirt where it's just the Just How logo, but I want to make it interesting. I want it to really be fashion. I want it to be fashion, you know, fashion. I want it to just be, oh, I just put something on a shirt and I'm trying to sell it or something. Like I want it. It's gonna be art. It's gonna be art. So I'm taking my time with that. But I'm building this all up. I'm building this all up so that it can all be self-sustained and grow from there. Be able to bring people on to the show. Like if y'all ever want to, I'm getting the hangouts right so that we can go and be live on the show and stuff. But also if y'all want to come in and things like that, I'll hopefully have a whole studio just for Just Tai. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. What was the situation you have to? What was the situation you have to remember triggers so you can redirect energy and convert next time so it doesn't damage your stuff and your life space? Man, the energy. Oh, thanks, friend. That's a friend question. That's a real friend question. But I'm gonna have to change the. I'm gonna change the filter for that. So, it was started around when I came back from Philadelphia, and and I just saw my whatever. Yeah, I came back from Philadelphia, and I just came back from seeing my mom and seeing my spouse's family and seeing the condition that they were still in and the condition that I was in. Because I'm very comfortable where the space that I created for myself is very comfortable right now. And their space is not so comfortable. And they're 3,000 miles away. And that took a toll on me. Like, it took a toll on me. And I always like boss up and like, all right, this is what I gotta do to help them and things like that. But still, it's still a lot of training that I'm in so that I can do things in the right way without dissipating so much of my energy, so that I can still have something for myself. Because if I don't have something for myself, it seems though another thing, personality replaces me. Or it's not, stop giving other things power. I conjure up another personality that gets irritated. And so things then have to be like, I want things now. Like I also have a Mars in Sagittarius. So it's all, and Jupiter. So I like to think big thoughts, big concepts, and really like push forward. Like I got big ideas that I like to just get there and get it now. And if things not there now, I'm like, well, I know how it should be there now. So it has to be like this now. Things have to line up now. But I also have this other side of me, the Cancer side of me, which is still like relaxing and don't really care about material stuff at all. So yeah, the ego start guarding itself without empathy. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. So, I'm trying not to put it in phrases. I'm trying to give a little story time. But that's a awesome. That's a phrase to wrap it all up. And so yeah, that did wrap it up. That was pretty good. But the Cancer side of me still, like Cancer, South Node in Cancer, North Node in Capricorn, and all this other stuff going on. I really don't care about material stuff like this material realm that much at all. I participate in it, and because I'm a Sagittarius, I like to learn the deep things, the philosophy about things, and I got Mars in there. So what I meant about when I said Mars is that I like to jump towards ideas, like my passion towards philosophy and jumping to traveling and things like that. Like it's something, if you have that in your chart, be careful because it can make you want to just run away from things. Run away and just start all over. So me focusing now on myself, I'm entering my moon Capricorn, which is focusing on this reality and focusing on building things up. So it was just a lot of configuring things because like I know what to do, but then sometimes it's like you want to act like you don't know what to do. But when you at the state that I'm at, it's like you can't do that because you literally will be knowing why bad things is happening in your life, and then you will just be still upset about the bad thing and being upset that you're conjuring bad things in your life because you can't get over it because like, well, I don't have the iPad right now. I'm not able to do this right now. You're not acting like this right now. I can't take this right now. Right now. And then it's been rainy for a while, so I haven't been able to get outside and just walk around, go to the woods. Like it's a rainy season in Chico, so when it rains, it pours. It rains for like 3 days, heavy. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot. But now that it's all over, the iPad then it ended with a sickness. That's why you hear this little congestion right now, is because it ended with a sickness. And I felt the sickness like 4 days before it happened because I grew up with allergies. But when I'm in a certain mode and moving in a certain flow, I'll tell you the truth. I don't have allergies. Don't get allergic to stuff. My nose don't fill up. Like I was the kind of person that have tissues in his pocket and it was all disgusting and stuff like that. And but no, I felt it coming on. I was like, oh, this is coming on. Yeah, the pressure build but can't get out till illness or explosion. The purge. And then I was literally sick. I felt it going on. Then for like one day, I was like just sick. And usually it's spread out between 3 days, but it just all came out like usually, oh, I'm sick. Oh, I'm really kind of sick. I'm sick. And then it go. But this time it was just like, oh, I'm blowing my nose, and it's like boom, all in one day. And I remember talking about it, telling my girl saying, oh man, I'm glad this is hitting me all hard in this one time so it can get out. Because I was conscious enough still to know that this usually lasts a little more. But it was horrible. Like I was up at night. I couldn't sleep on my I had to sleep on my back. Couldn't sleep on my stomach or side because I couldn't breathe. Literally, I couldn't breathe. So I was just up. And I was also trying not to smoke to go to sleep and things like that because I wanted to still be able to have my dreams. So it was wild. But then once it was over, I thought the iPad was going to take 5 to 6 days because that's what they told me. So I was expecting the iPad to be here this Thursday, Friday. I sent in a thing. They sent in the box the next day because I had to send it in an Apple box or whatever. And then it got here in 3 days. I sent it out Friday. I got a text on Sunday saying it'd be here Monday. And I was like, wow, everything is literally just clearing up. And I'm looking up at the sky now. It's clear. There's no clouds in the sky right now. And it was just raining again yesterday. So if you don't know that you're creating all of this, just know now. Just know now. You're the editor, the director, the actor, the producer. The producer is really real, because they like, oh wait, you gotta say it like this. You gotta put your chin up like this. You gotta put some more emotion into that. So that's how it is. And now everything is just happy. I even came up with some new phrases like "talk that Thai," because I felt that I had to like get some more oomph in me, but keep it not keep it so ecocentric. So "talk that Thai" is a new thing I came up with. Yeah, you just have to remember you're helping to write the story. Yeah, I'm helping write all of this. I'm not just as I be saying in the past, little old me. Not just little old me. But when it's happening, just like when you're in the realms, when it's happening, sometimes you get caught up in it. So I can talk about these stories now, help other people, and help my daughter, and help myself, and help the universe that's inside of me. That inside of me. That inside of me. That inside. Oh, wow. I forget what I was trying to say. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, I came up with the phrase "talk that Thai" and also Katai, which is the painting personification that I'm going to start putting out more. Katai Kotovich. Check out that video if y'all haven't yet. But but yeah, that's what it is. I was about to talk about something. I think I'm gonna save that for another video. But yeah, take care of your bodies. That's something I was really getting back into. No, I'm not really getting back. I never really stopped. I always seem like, I don't know. For me, it seems like life be restarting, and I always gotta like get myself back on track. Kind of doing both. I like the free flow a lot and come up with doodles and stuff like that. But something in me wants to like come up with a certain style, because I'll be looking at animators and stuff like that, and I see how cool it is when you actually develop your own technique and things like that. Especially when you haven't actually been to art school and things, so you don't have a lot of other artists and techniques already pushed on you and things. Even though I do be trying to look at stuff on YouTube, like I don't hold the pencil like this, I hold the pencil like this, and I just like letting it bounce around. Whoa! What's going on, Psychedelic L? Whoa! Yeah, we've been here for a minute, but it's all good. Something, I guess, because it won't leave my mind. Something that well, I talked about this before, but yeah, it was talking about the organs and just how. Oh yeah, thanks, bro. I actually found this at a thrift store. I was like, do they know what this is? But plus, I know the people there, so you'd be surprised. It's like rich people donate to the Goodwill that surround my way. Like it's not your normal thrift store. And I used to work there too, so I seen the stuff come in. A lot of the stuff they can't even put out on the floor because it costs too much. They got to put it on the website. It's wild in NorCal. But oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, just to make space, they really do. The furniture and everything. Like I know people that flip furniture at Goodwill. They was in there every day. They still in there every day when I go check. I said, shit, I'd probably go flip some furniture.
I saw you not coming inside.
Hold on one second.
Let me tell you something.
Hold on, tell me a bit. I love you. All right. But I got a lot of ideas that to make cash money, get that cash money flowing, going. It's all fun though. But hey, it was something I was going to say. Yeah, about I'm going to talk about that later too. Let me write that down. Lava. But the organs and things like that, just taking care of your body. Yeah, I'm gonna say that for another video. But something that I also learned, I guess I'm gonna talk a lot about my astrology natal chart in this video. But something I learned, a cool term, is that something that's just cool just to tie about, is that Sagittarius sun and a moon Capricorn, so it's a fire and an earth, and when you put fire and earth together, it makes lava. So lava, if you make that combine it and make like one personality, that really does speak wonders to me, because it's like creating things with my imagination. Like it's not hard for me to work a 9 to 5 because I have a Capricorn, but I wish to create a lifestyle out of my creative habits, and that's what lava does. Like it creates whole islands. It flows. And then it creates whole islands in its wake. And it creates things to stand on and things like that. Out of nowhere, just out of the ground, just flowing, can make different patterns and things like that. That's lava for you. That was just a cool thought when I heard that. I said, I never thought about that before. I never thought about that. Another thing I'm going to be working on in the earthly realm. No, that's just business, whatever. Getting the trademark situations put together. But who cares about that stuff? But yes, like I was telling that I'm gonna have a website and everything put together just to have all these backup videos so that we can really talk about whatever we want to talk about and have no concern about whether it's going to get deleted in the future or not. Because YouTube still has their guidelines and things, so all of this is for educational purposes. I'm just not telling anybody to go do anything. As I like this. Lava is destructive. Yeah, it can be destructive when you see that when it comes to us humans trying to live everywhere and like the trees, they go through their regeneration cycle and things like that. Like it can't be helped. It can't be helped. But I do see, it do fit though, because Sagittarius fire is mutable fire. So it's not a cardinal fire, which is fixed on its own way of thinking, but mutable fire, which can change to adapt to different ways of thinking, as well as initiating new ways of thinking. So that's why it is destructive. It can be destructive, but it can be just beautiful chaos as well. Oh, you said it, yeah. It's just a creative force, a great creative force, yeah. It's chaos. It's a beautiful chaos. I used to look into chaos magic and stuff like that before. I was really starting to just develop information on my own terms by just going within myself and partially reading things. But I used to look into chaos magic and chaos magicians and things, and how they said destruction is beautiful and all this other stuff. And at the time when I had my emo mind, it was all fitting and stuff. I was like, yeah, destruction. But still, when you get corrupted beliefs and you don't really know what people really talking about, you bring it out in the wrong way. That's why I like to have these conversations and just really let's really see what people talking about. See what we really talking about. What we really want. KI is the mother. Yeah, because it embodies everything. And then it's just that if you want to call the masculine male force, that just has the direction and the idea of to formulate something out of that chaos and bring it, trickle it down. Like, I have this idea. Like, oh, seeing, looking around, take different parts, all right, and like have this configuration of something. Something else interesting. I was listening to Terrence McKenna, and he was mentioning how people didn't. I still want to really look it up, but he's saying how people didn't. Wait, hold on. Before I go to that, what you say? Chaos Mother, I like that. Said said Psychedelic. UL said they call it the new and Connect. Egypt. I read Connect first. And around to put more on the Chaos Day, I was thinking of the Magician of Black Chaos and Yu-Gi-Oh. That used to be my card. That used to be my Yu-Gi-Oh card, the Magician of Black Chaos, just to geek out. Yeah, that was a cool card. Yeah, what was I about to mention? It was something I was going to mention. Hold on. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the best. I watched that show and I rewatched it last summer. And if you really get into the original Yu-Gi-Oh! If the original Yu-Gi-Oh! It's called Season 0 if you look it up on YouTube. It didn't even really consist of card games. They wasn't even playing with cards. It was this spirit that was in this puzzle, this Millennium Puzzle that this boy figured out, and it possessed them whenever somebody was doing something bad. And sometimes it ended in the other guy shooting themselves. Like, he would always have them play out a game. And then he would say, if they lost, they would die. Like, or they'll go crazy for the rest of their lives or something. Like, he really put the torment on them. And it was wild. It was wild. But then they tamed it down when they came to America. I wonder, why do they do that? That is an interesting question. When they bring anime to America, they don't go as I don't always hate these words, but as spiritual as it is in Japanese, in Japan. In Japan, they like change things around and not make it seem as deep. Even that's why a lot of, if y'all probably watch anime, y'all know that's why I put subtitles on or watch it in Japanese with the subtitles. Or sometimes I watched it because my daughter doesn't know Japanese, but I do watch it with her so she can get it developed in her and hear it. But watch it in English with subtitles still, because it's still translated. Hold on 1 second. It's still translated from the Japanese in the subtitles, and they literally will be using different words still than they will be saying in the English. Like in They'll change words like saying the word spell. They'll just say "ha," or I don't know. It goes real deep. I don't have no clear examples in my head right now, but when it comes to America, they really change things around so that you're not really getting the message that the animator was putting out there. Yeah, they really do change it so that you're not really getting a good sense, so that you just feel as though it's a show. You just like, oh, it's a cartoon. But then when you watch it in Japanese, you like, oh, this is saying something about reality. But oh, thanks, bro. I was saying something about McKenna, and I was saying how he was talking about perspective and how people didn't know what perspective. Yeah, the moral of the story can change a lot. It really does change a lot when they replace hell with darkness. Alright. But yeah, McKenna, when he's talking about perspective, how people didn't know what perspective was just like 1,000 years ago. Or something like I don't have time scale in my head right now, but they didn't know what perspective was until the artist started drawing it and talking about it. And it's like, oh, things when they're far away, they're the same size. They just look smaller because they're far away. Like us, we're like, duh. But they didn't have that concept in their brain. Like, how is their brains operating? And then I was thinking, the farther you track, and the other thing he mentioned was how people weren't able to read out loud. I mean, in their head. They had to read out loud. There was no such thing as reading in your head. And it was this African, um, like, big king leader, like, well known in the world, who was known as well because he was able to read in his head. Like, he would look at a scroll and they would say, he just looks at it. And then he tells us stuff. Like, he didn't have to say, we have come here today because he just read it, and they didn't understand how he was able to have this voice in his head comprehend what he was seeing. So it's like, that's what was going on with people back then. But the thing is, what we build up is what we're doing now. Just even to the point where I had the comedic voice to even talk about, to make fun of it. Because I understand it to a T. That's why I'm making fun of it. Because, like, what? Yeah, the inner voice, they say some people still don't have one. but, but still, is that true that? Because then I was just thinking, the further we go back, because I see the more that we have built up perspective and know what perspective is and things like that, is that solidifying us into a space when we could be more fluid and open, and that's what psychedelics is exposing us back to, and that's why we can understand and laugh at it and laugh at what's been happening, because we're like, yeah, that's true, but this is true too. We have developed enough awareness to this point where soon robots is going to be sentient. But then I was thinking, traveling back, like that looseness though. That's what I was saying. That looseness is what gives us. I don't know what it gives us, but I was thinking a sense of magic, so to speak. The talking fairy tale language gives us a sense of magic back, because we're not so caught up in our measurements and things. Is with some people that actually, my inner voice gets loud and introspective on entheogens. Yeah, if I take a lot, but sometimes for me, depending on the dose, I just get quiet. I get quiet or real playful with what's in front of me. Or things like that. Hold on 1 second. It's freaking cold, man. Getting over it. Those shorts look funny. They look cool though. Those are some cool shorts.
Why came out?
I had to blow my nose. Yeah, that was real. That was real. That was cool. Not used to this anymore. But yeah, I was saying it do get loud. I was saying sometimes my voice get quiet. Like sometimes it's just like quiet. Unless I was listening to True and them, and they just be mentioning things that's been going on in my life for a while, but it just seemed like it was, I don't know what I was taking on, but just things getting real quiet where you gotta have things totally silent in order to hear yourself when things are going on. And I take entheogens during the day, so thanks, bro. Sorry. But I probably just messed it all up with that. But he was mentioning how the inner voice, he can't hear himself think. He just hears other people's voices repeated in his head. And that's what I hear a lot that's what I do hear a lot. That's what I experience a lot during my time, during my realm, and staying on track, bro. I say that as I want to sip some more. Hold on, but yeah, how that kept, I don't know how I'm talking all around, but for a while, because I didn't want to like have my inner voice talking that much when I wanted to sleep, I had to play rain music because no sound is played around where I live at. It's not the suburbs, but I like live in the forest, kind of forest like area, so it's real quiet. So I would play rain, just to go like have a calm sleep, just to remind me of something. And I just had other voice singing me to trip. Yeah, that's what I was using the rain for. And I remember during my early LSD days, I used to have the fan in the window. Just to have it on so I could like all right, everything's cool. Everything is cool. But yeah, nowadays I don't do that now, especially since it's been actually raining outside. But how it was trying to plague my life until I converted that motherfucker, was that I was putting it out on other people I see because I didn't understand it, especially on like my mom in the past. Yeah, it's like it reads your thoughts. It's you, but it's like it's comprehending your thoughts for you. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes when I'm like listening to when somebody is talking, I don't hear another voice in my head really. I do, but then again, it's like I don't. But then I will put it out on the people in my circle. That's another struggle I deal with. So because I will say, "You're not listening to me." Like I know you're not listening to me, and because it would be like because they probably bring up something else, something different, or sometimes it was a control probably issue, and they didn't respond in exact movement I wanted them to respond in, but still it was something of like of something that I know they wasn't grasping. But I didn't really understand myself internally, so I didn't understand what they was really missing. I was just like, you're just not paying attention. You're not listening. You didn't get what I said, or da da da. Like that's where a lot of my irritation. That's where irritation tries to bubble up in me. Let's put it like that. But now that I know, stay on track. What was I saying? Now that I know a little more, it's like I'm just writing a sentence on a paper, trying to just finish it. But God damn it! Now that I know a little more, I'm able to. I'm able to see that I have to find more different expressions to try to emote what I'm saying, and that I don't know. I don't really remember my full point, bros. I was about to get into something totally different. Totally different. But what I was saying was I was taking out my taking out people around me sometimes, which is mostly family because I don't really hang around people besides my daughter and probably somebody at the gym talking to in the sauna. But and y'all guys. But yeah, it would be like that, and every time I like get to that point, it's like it just something just takes something out of my mind and just. All right, I'll talk about something else now. But yeah, the inner voice is real powerful. Inner voice is real. You have to walk the walk to talk. Wait, you. You have to walk the walk to the talk you're speaking. Why is that making me laugh? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go off that topic. What you said, that is so true. That's why. What pushes me to actually go to the gym, because it's a part of me that doesn't like going to the gym, because I don't know. It's a part of me that didn't like. I love going to the gym now. That didn't like going to the gym because I was like, what's the point? I didn't understand strength. I didn't understand like what strength really was. I was like, I feel strong in my head and stuff like that. That's about all I need. I can get through, work my way through problems, things like that. Some people work out. Some people are like me. That's how it is. But it was during a shroom trip, and especially when I started microdosing, where it was saying if you want to get the full message, embody the full message, and I don't even gonna put message on it, but just embody the full thing, the full whatever it is. You have to build yourself up to be able to contain it, mentally, physically, mind, body, soul. So you get your body up. The body got to be right in tune with it. So I started pushing more into the yoga. I started working out a lot more. That's why a lot of videos y'all be seeing say, oh, I'm about to head to the gym after this, or I'm just coming from the gym. That's where I'm coming from the gym. And I really now, like within the past month, been actually getting results and seeing the difference in my spine, because from the yoga I'm able to sit up straight. Like I used to be crunched over like this from playing video games all the time. So my back was literally like I've got the gamer neck and stuff, but now my neck can roll back, shoulders can go, and I really feel the difference in my breathing, in my thought processing, and my peacefulness throughout the day, and not being able to catch on to anger thoughts and being able to let them go because I worked out certain parts of my body. Like I believe your whole body is all part of is your whole body wants to do something, like not just your hands, not just your brain, not just your heart, not just your stomach just want to eat, but your lungs want to move. They want to expand. Your liver and stuff want to be healthy with the right foods, and your muscles that's all over your body wants to do. Well, for me, I feel the need that it wants to do stuff. It wants to get bigger. It wants to have more experience. So in order to gain that experience and downloads, I gotta work out. I gotta do the push-ups. I gotta do the back bends, the upward dogs. Yeah, the body has to be strong. It told me the same as well. Then it showed me how to play that's combat to us. Sometimes it's like your body is not you, but it is. Yeah, that y'all both are right. Y'all both are right. But I gotta catch that thought back that I had when I was reading it. Yeah, the body has to be strong. Saying. Yeah, the play part, and that's the cool thing that I like about it, is that when I'm in the gym, I'm not all like, oh, I gotta really big. F all this, I gotta forget things. I don't even go in the gym with headphones on, which is, but it still gets to me though, because when I go inside the weightlifting part, and not just the machines, they got music, the radio just playing, so I'll be hearing all the Drake, all the pop music and stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna get air canceling, but I like hearing the scenery. I like just being part of the environment overall. I don't, and I push myself, and I hear myself saying, "All right, come on." I hear the motivating voice, and I hear myself coming up with routines, especially sometimes when, in the past, remember, I'm not promoting this, when I would take a little bit and go to the gym, and I would find myself coming up with new routine patterns, or find myself feeling different parts of my body, like having a personal trainer, and being like, oh, well, I feel this going right there. I'm not doing this exactly as even as I thought I was doing. It's like when you cough, your body is telling you are sick, or telling you something is wrong. It don't seem like you can tell it what to do. No, no, you had to maintenance it. You got to maintenance it just like a car. Yeah, people spend thousands of dollars on cars, making sure the oil right, everything's cool. Y'all know that. I don't feel like going deep. It's the connection here. Yeah, and then the more I'll be able to do here, that's what I'm working on now. That's what I was literally told. And it was cool. And I was showing examples just to keep me going. I was showing examples like around the time when I started working out. When the time when I started working out, I saw Wiz Khalifa started working out. Well, he'd been working out for a while on the cover, but he came out that he was working out at the time I started working out. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. And he was talking about he never gained weight since high school. And I was like, oh, I never gained weight since high school. But since then, I started actually gaining some weight. So it's all cool. But yeah, then I think that all just plays out to being more solid, because then I'm able to sit for longer periods in a cross leg position with my back actually straight up. So I'm able to actually breathe more. So now I'm getting a stronger back is actually not I'm not more, most of the meditation is not me focusing on, oh, my leg hurts, my leg is not folding right, my knee, my back is not straight. I gotta make sure my back's straight, and using all this stress is just like, I'm still getting there, but now it's more like, all right, I'm sitting straight up, I'm cool. I'm able to focus on drifting out and moving around and stuff like that. Well, not move with my body, obviously, but you get the picture. But it's all beneficial, and yoga and everything. I was just talking to my nana. Yeah, just rubbing yourself down make you feel healthier. Yeah, it does. It does. And a jacuzzi. The hot tub, they got a hot tub at the gym. I always make sure at the end of the workout I go in the hot tub to make sure that my legs and stuff get like a massage and things like that. But yeah, it was during my early LSD days, I remember having a thought that I was able to heal my knee. Because this is before I started doing yoga. And I had problems with my knee from skateboarding and stuff like that. I was falling, and you know how it is. But I had this huge, big thought sitting on the couch while watching Teen Titans that I was able to heal my knee if I just touched it and like rubbed it a certain way, and that it was going to heal. And I really, really did believe it. And it probably did work. And then it just took time until all the way back here. Do you start rocking from core like a wave in the ocean? Yeah. Whenever I'm just like calm. That's why they invented rocking chairs. Like this chair is got a broken leg. I can't really move that much without it falling. But that's how it is. But that's good. Oh yeah, I was saying I was just talking to my nana, which is like my great grandma, and she was talking to me about her back, and I was asking, she going through a lot of stuff now, but she all good, but she was talking about her back. And I was asking, does she do stretches? She's telling she tried to do little stretches here, but now it's at the point now where it's hurting her where she walk up steps. So she's real up there in age right now. So she has a lot of wisdom. She's a real cool lady. So I'm just telling that now so that the people that's in my age group and younger and even a little bit older, to like really focus on building up the strength of your body, and doing yoga is really beneficial to keeping it flexible and keeping your body long, elongated and tall, so that you can build up muscles in different areas so that you can support yourself and maintain yourself in this life while you're as long as you can sustain in your realm of reality. So that I should be doing some yoga videos. I'm not no yoga master, but just to put the motivation out there, because you don't really see that many faces like me doing yoga on YouTube or anywhere really. So push that out there, because in the future it would be awesome to keep this up and actually have like a yoga studio going on. That would be really terrific. That would be really terrific, guys. Oh, I gotta write that one down. So I can remember that. Terrific. But I feel like Jim Carrey. But yeah, that's how it is. I think I'm gonna draw a couple more things on here, and then I'm gonna go get some. What time is it? 11:31. I'm gonna get some sunshine. It's been dark a couple days. Probably go for a nice bike ride. And in the all around Thai studio. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. It has to be like that. It has to be like that. I really don't see no like if it's anything else, it's gonna be this and something else. It's not gonna be something else and this. It's gonna be this and something else. Cause Thai encompasses so much. So much. I have to feed guys in a minute myself. Yeah, I had to do that. But dang. Oh yeah, I was gonna end this. But yeah, guys, that's how it is. It's been really cool. I think I'll probably do this again tonight. All depends. I don't know. Just go with the flow. Probably what I'm gonna do actually is film some scenes out in nature. Probably go out to the park, or probably I want to go out to the mountain area and really suit up. See if I got something that's some nice enough shoes or boots. Go to the top of a mountain or hike close to the mountain or something. I got the bike nice fixed and I got a lock. Go up there, film some nice scenes. Check out the previous Just Thai episode so that you can get a sense of the area that I'm talking about. But I think I'm probably go in that area today and get some cool, get some nice shots for y'all. Especially for y'all on the East Coast that's going through winter storms and stuff like that. Even I think the snow cleared up. Probably late to the game. But, hey. Thanks for watching. And yeah, a lot of things coming together. Thanks for tuning in, Psychedelic Ill and UL Adams. I got the Discord link in the description. So I got the iPad now, so I'm be going on the Discord more often, and actually we're gonna post on there stories and also Instagram. Check us out on Instagram to the future people watching this and everything. Whew, quite winded. Yeah. Check us out on the Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on the Facebook. It's all Just Tai or Just Tai Now. Just TAI, not THI like the food. Just Tai. This has been Tai. It's when you combine your mind with your heart, and also nowadays your liver, your spleen, your back, your stomach, all of that, all your organs, all working together. And just let whatever come out, come out. We're all working with our universes, trying to get our planets in orbit. And I'll see y'all next time. We all tie, but do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I really don't know. We're going to get this intro.